Hello, guys. Much love to you, Kenya, Riddler, everybody watching. I feel like my work is just being confirmed to a lot of people right now. Kobe Bryant. Much love to my brother John. Hopefully, he's watching, and my brother Tom. How are we all doing today? We're going to talk about Villa, and we're going to talk about why Al-Nassr just won the league today. Unbelievable. I showed you why before the game. It was all about Kobe, and then they win 4-1. And Ronaldo made it 4-1, and he's 41 years old. We'll talk about that. Okay, absolutely insane. If you didn't watch my Arsenal stream, please watch it. Please like it if you haven't as well. Let's get that shared. It's approaching 1,000 views. Should be a lot more, shouldn't it? So the Villains, my pick to win the Europa League 10 months ago. They've won it. Right? And they won it very comfortably against a German team, Freiburg. Just really comfortable, wasn't it? Saw the highlights. Freiburg looked like they were a League One team. I don't know how they managed to get to the Europa League final. Oh, wait, because of the code. Can I get a woo? Because of the code. And Unai Emery, right? They call this guy a magician as well, just like they do with Guardiola. How on earth do you win 5 Europa Leagues and do it with 3 different teams? There has to be some sort of magic involved. Can somebody give me a woo? Okay, winning a Europa League is difficult, or a Champions League, but to win 5 out of 6, he's gone to 6 finals. And yeah, he's coached decent teams at that level. Sevilla, Villarreal, Aston Villa, all have Villa in their name. And obviously he's coaching the Villains right now. Adam, my tag corporations are big personalities in the stream. Thank you, Brian. I hope everybody starts sharing my work because it's quite insane. I've been updating. I spent about 2 hours today updating my professional sports, the Decoded Rituals Part 3 book. And I was looking back at some of the codes. I'm like, it all lines up. All of it lines up from all the different sports. So we'll talk about Villa first. I'll go to my book, then we'll talk about Ronaldo. I'm sure he's crying right now. I don't know. Is he crying, anybody? Is he crying those fake tears like Neymar did the other day? Because he won the Saudi League. By the way, it was the first time in 7 years Al-Nassr have won the league, and it's CR7. Remember, Neymar was born exactly 7 years after Ronaldo, and Ronaldo and Neymar were born on 2-5, and 2 + 5 is 7. You've tagged Letitia as well. See if he responds to you. We've got Fairspear. What an Ajax code from Fairspear, one of my favourite coders. Woo! He did a really good code with Ajax, and they won. I think it was 2-0. As we got a person from Peru. Listen, I was going to go there seven years ago, 2019, and I never went. I kind of regret it. Is it worth going to Peru? God bless you. I was this close to going, guys. So I'm not going to do the hand sign, but I was extremely close to going to Peru. Didn't go though. There's still time. So, yeah, God bless everyone watching. Smash the like if you can. Everybody watching. Paddington Bears from Peru. I didn't know that. Bit of knowledge for us there. Okay, let's talk about Villa. It's wild. I've connected Kobe Bryant to Villa for a while. Well, I think from almost the beginning of this work. The Villains and Kobe, all these 666 connections. And I know how Villa connect to William and the royal family and Kobe and the crown tattoo and all of that. So this just lined up perfectly. Now, the reason I looked into Villa was because I think Charles dies soon and he'll get replaced by William. So I thought, okay, Villa in this Europa League, they have a chance. And that's why I called it Palace as well. I think they play next week to win that Conference League. They got to the final. The Palace symbolism. And then Arsenal are going to lift the Premier League trophy in the stadium of Crystal Palace. It's all there now, guys. Can we get a few woos in the chat? So I wanted to just show you this image. I think this is Buon dia, which means good day. And he's clearly doing the Baphomet. And this guy behind's pointing. So my take is these players are under demonic possession. And I believe at the highest level, they are into Freemasonry. And if you watched my stream yesterday, Albert Pike, who was the 33-degree Freemason, which is the highest degree, he says in Freemasonry, their God is Lucifer. Okay, so they believe in the God of the Bible. I've told you all of this. They believe the God of the Bible is evil. And they believe Lucifer is that light bearer. So they worship him. And Lucifer's Satan, and Satan rewards those who worship him. So these players are being misled by the devil who's leading them to the lake of fire. How interesting that Marcus Rashford, the mark of the beast, he was with the Red Devils, then he went on loan to the Villains. Okay? I'm pretty sure he'll go to the World Cup, won't he? Has the England squad been announced, or is it tomorrow? So, 30-year wait for a trophy, and we'll talk about why it had to be that 3-0. And look, nice image of Abraham here. Obviously, Abraham was going to sacrifice his child. And the only jersey you see here is Abraham. And he's got the 18 on his back, which is 6 + 6 + 6. Mr. Flynn is in the house. Arsenal will get coronated with Guard of Honour at the Palace. That's beautifully worded. Love you, Mr. Flynn. You've done a lot for me. I appreciate you. Senor Moore, much love to you. Veronica, thank you for always trying to get people to support the work. Zachar, much love to you, mate. Where are you from, Zachar? Sorry if I've mispronounced your name. But there's something off about this Unai Emery. I felt this way about him before I knew any of this. I just felt like he had this seedy look about him, Unai Emery. I actually enjoyed your interview, watched it last night. Can tell you're not in the club. I'm not sure he is either. It actually sounded like a natural conversation. Promise you, on my life, Fair Spear, from my side, that conversation with Letitia was completely natural. And anybody watched it, I know my brother watched it, my dad watched it, my best mates watched it. They didn't call me out. They actually enjoyed it. They knew Adam was being Adam. I wasn't trying to act any differently. They knew it was genuine. Whether he was genuine or not, again, I'll never know. So look, 3.5 years ago, he walked into Villa Park. The beast reigns for 3.5 years. Can I get a woo? I've only just seen this now. But the beast of Revelation reigns for 3.5 years. And I'm just seeing here that Emery became the Villa coach 3.5 years ago. He joined the Villains. And Villa at that time was struggling. And this guy, the goalkeeper, Martinez, he's been to 7 finals and he's won all 7. On Wednesday in Istanbul, he achieved it. Skipper John McGinn, remember the Scotsman, this connects to Elizabeth, who died in Scotland in Balmoral Castle, lifted the Europa League after a 3-0 victory over Freiburg to etch Villa's name into the history books again. In front of 9 of the 1982 European Cup heroes, including captain Dennis Mortimer and goalscorer Peter With, Villa wrote themselves another momentous chapter. Look, have you seen that? Look, like the momentous chapter. It's all like a story. Professional sports is a story and they all overlap. Momentous chapter. History books. Spectacular strikes from Yuri Tillemans and Emi Buendia sent them on their way with Morgan Rogers sealing victory. This time they still played in white. Remember, Jesus returns on a white horse and beat a German team in red. The red horse is war. Instead of Bayern Munich, it was Freiburg. Instead of Rotterdam, it was Istanbul. Rather than With, it was Tillemans, Buendia and Rogers as Emery clinched his 5th Europa League title. So this cements his legacy. Look, he's won 5 Europa Leagues in 12 years. Let me see what Revelation 5:12 is. I'm going to be adding to my book again with this. Oh my word. So he's won 5 Europa Leagues in 12 seasons. Revelation 5:12. Saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing. Oh my word, can we get some woos? Last year, PSG, Villa, they played the Europa League music. Wow, didn't Villa beat PSG in a game last season? They could meet, couldn't they, technically in the Super Cup if PSG beat Arsenal, or Villa could play Arsenal, and Emery coached for Arsenal, and the only Europa League final he lost was with Arsenal against Chelsea. Lost 4-1. Let me type this up in my book. Give me a second, guys. I can't be here long today because I'm coaching. Let me put it here. I'm getting like a headache writing this book. It's intense. Staring at screens. So I'm actually looking forward to coaching. And what did it say here or here? There it is. Nice little statistic. Guys, it's all about revelation. It's all about the 7 seals. It's all about judgment. I'm telling you, God's shown me this. He's showing me it daily. That's a different chapter that I've got to do after. Right, we'll go here then. We'll go to the actual breakdown. It's not as long as the Arsenal one because obviously that was just information throughout the whole season. Here, I'm going to add my Villa future code, but this stream's going to focus on the final. The reason I like Villa, guys, like I told you, was the villains, was the Prince William connection, and how good Unai Emery is in the Europa League. And there was a few other things. But look at this, right? On 5/20/26, Aston Villa became Europa League champions after defeating Freiburg 3-0. From Rotterdam in 1982 to Istanbul in 2026, Villa are kings of Europe. All right? They're calling them the kings of Europe right now. And all my codes, you know how often, like I brought the royal family codes to the table, guys. Give me a woo if you agree with that. I did. So the kings of the Europa League, or the king of the Europa League, is Unai Emery. That is actually what they call him. They call him the king of the Europa League. Stood proud, taking it all in like a chess grandmaster. You got the Grandmaster Masons, who has just completed the final move of a masterpiece. So again, it's been just compared to a game. The final took place on 5/20. There's 520 days between the funerals of Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth II. Obviously the parents of King Charles. Unai Emery has now won 5 out of 6 Europa League finals that he's coached in, which is absolutely insane. Okay, it's absolutely staggering, that statistic. My take on it, guys, is your Fergusons, your Emerys, your Artetas, your Guardiolas, your Ancelottis. They're incredibly high up in the occult. Can somebody give me a woo if you agree? Like, I've told you in Freemasonry, there's degrees. And I just believe that the ones that are consistently winning trophies or the ones that are coaching the very biggest teams are the ones highest up in the occult, in these societies. King Charles III was coronated on 5/6. Royal family equals 56. Now, this was obviously an English team against a German team. And Adolf Hitler equals 56. And he died at the age of 56. And the royal family, their bloodline is German and English. Revelation 5:6. And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb. The lamb is Jesus Christ. As it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent forth into all the earth. Now, who's the... Dave, God bless you. Just seeing you, brother. Much love to you. Who's Villa's captain? Villa's captain is number 7, correct? John McGinn. Look at all these 7s. 7 horns, 7 eyes, 7 spirits of God. The 7. He's the captain. The only Europa League final that Unai Emery has ever lost was versus Chelsea when he was head coach for Arsenal. And they lost 4-1. And they opened the scoring in this final after 41 minutes. Yuri Tillemans, who plays for the Red Devils Belgium. King equals 41, and I believe soon Charles will die and we'll have a new king. Okay? Yeah, I agree, Fair Spear. For the UEFA Champions League final, bro, Bacola scored his last goal in the 49th minute, so I think they will back-to-back against Arsenal, and Arsenal will stay on 49 trophies. That's brilliant. Yeah, Arsenal staying on 49 trophies is huge with how big that 49 is with them. Arsene Wenger was born in 49, and they've got that 49-game unbeaten run. Prince Philip, who opened their stadium, he died on 49. So, yeah, clearly 49 connects heavily to Arsenal. And I hope they stay on 49 trophies for my PSG future. I told you, my futures this season, just outrageous. I'm just going to wait till the season's over before I declare them. Unai Emery came into this final having won 4 major European trophies as a manager, holding the all-time record for the most UEFA Europa League titles. So he already was a record breaker. I don't think anybody will ever catch him now. Unai Emery is the king of the Europa League, and he's won European trophies with Sevilla. This is when people said that Mark Goldbridge stole my work, but I don't think so. Villarreal and Aston Villa. So I did a video about this 2 years ago. So that in itself is pretty insane, isn't it? Now, 3 separate teams with Villa in. And remember, one of Spain's greatest ever players is David Villa. He was so good. Do you remember him? How good was David Villa back in the day when he played for Barcelona and Valencia? This was my first season coding sports and will probably be my last. Yeah, this World Cup, everyone's asking me 1,000 questions. Guys, if you want to know my insights and my members' insights, be part of the community. All right? I know everybody wants to know who's going to win. My take on this World Cup is we go a game at a time. We'll code every game. We'll try and see what it's revealing to us. Please hit the like button. I'm going to do about another 30 minutes. And support the stream if you can in any way, or become a member on my site if you already aren't. Aston Villa reached their first major European final since the 1982 European Cup final 44 years prior, which happened to be the same year die-hard Aston Villa fan Prince William was born, and this game was 4 weeks and 4 days before his 44th birthday. So all these 4s, which for me connect to the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. The 4 is big with the UK, there's 4 nations. The Queen's Platinum Jubilee was 4 days. She had 4 children. There's a lot of 4s. And the 4th horseman is death. And we just had the death of Philip. We just had the death of Elizabeth. And I believe we're soon going to see the death of the king. Radio Caroline mistakenly said today that King Charles was dead. They did that with Elizabeth. And then months after, she actually died. They also did it with the Pope. They reported them dead, and there was a panic online, and then shortly after, they actually died. A villa is a type of upper-class house that originated in ancient Rome. That's great info, brother. Rome, we're going back to the Vatican. And remember, guys, it was Roman centurions who crucified Jesus. And people believe that the Roman Catholic Church is God's chosen church when it was Roman centurions who crucified Christ. And Rome, they would throw Christians into the lion's den to be devoured simply for their faith in Christ. And you really believe that the Vatican is the church of God? Funny how last night Villa playing white like Al-Nassr tonight and both oppositions were in red. Maya, God bless you. I appreciate your insights. I told you what that is. It's the first and the second horseman. The first horseman rides a white horse. The second horseman rides a red horse. Can I get a woo? The final was 167 days before Unai's birthday. 167 is the 39th prime number. Villa advanced to 39 points in the competition. World War II began in 39, and in gematria war equals 39. Aston Villa picked up their 13th win of the competition, and they stayed on 2 losses. See if I can find Unai Emery here. Can you see it? The 13 and the 2. Now, this is such an important Bible verse. Revelation 13:2. They didn't draw in the competition. And the beast, again, you've got to watch my Arsenal stream to see how this all connects. Okay? You've got to watch my Arsenal code stream. And the beast, which I saw, was like unto a leopard, and his feet was the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. Look at Villa's crest. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. Now, King Charles was the Prince of Wales. My brother John, if he's watching, we were in Wales when Princess Diana died. Can I get a woo? How incredible is that? We were in Wales when the Princess of Wales died. And right now, William's the Prince of Wales, isn't he? And Wales's flag is the dragon. So the dragon in the scriptures is Satan. And Satan gives his power to the Antichrist. And again, look at the lion, the mouth of a lion. The Premier League logo is a lion. England's the 3 lions, right? But Jesus Christ is the Lion of Judah. Now, the villains picked up their 13th win of the competition as Freiburg picked up their 18th loss. So we have this 13-18 again. Revelation 13:18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And Prince William, young H47, much love. Prince William was born on 21/6, and 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. And if we go back to my Arsenal code, right, you'll see this, that Arsenal won the league 1 year, 318 days after Starmer became the Prime Minister. Right? And he's a die-hard Arsenal fan. So you're seeing it here. And Starmer became the British Prime Minister 666 days after Queen Elizabeth II died, which was the same date that King Charles III became the king. Can I get a woo? So you're seeing these overlapping numbers in all of my work. The 56s. Remember, Arsenal just got their 14th league title, their 4th Premier League title, and 14 times 4 is 56. Funny, what, PSG cannot three-peat? Why not? Why not? Real Madrid three-peated. I think Sevilla three-peated. Michael Jordan three-peated twice. Absolutely. If the ritual's there, the ritual will be fulfilled, okay? You can't look at this logically. Remember, most people watching sports, they're just watching to be entertained or they're looking at it logically. And especially the people who bet, who lose every week, because that's what they are doing. They're betting with their emotion. They're not reading the games during it. Aston Villa stayed on 15 season losses. I need to add this. And this was their 15th game in the 2025-26 Europa League. Just remember, they won 13 and they lost 2. 15 is the 5th triangular number. Now I'm going to show you all my Kobe numbers. Is it really 1-1 Partick Thistle? How long's left? Yeah, it is satanic, brother. It is satanic. Bro, I've done this 6 years every day. Don't take a day off. And it takes it out of you. It's satanic. Now, I'll show you all the Kobe connections. The reason why Kobe connects, it's not because he was a Villa fan or he loved to play football. It's because he has every revelation number there possibly is. No, my pleasure. Thank you for your kind words. 25 minutes left. Hopefully it's a draw. Hopefully it's a draw. We'll see. This is why people have to start betting smart now, don't they, if they're betting. So 15 is the 5th triangular number. Kobe Bryant made his NBA debut on Unai Emery's 25th birthday. Emery's birthday is 11/3. The 4 horsemen will cool 25% of the earth. That's a quarter of the earth, around 2 billion people. 25 is obviously 5 times 5, yeah? Unai Emery won his 5th Europa League exactly 5 weeks after Freiburg coach's birthday. That seems convenient. Kobe Bryant won 5 NBA finals. Unai Emery advanced to 238 points in the Europa League. Kobe Bryant was born on 23/8. Aston Villa advanced to 104 points in all competitions. I was born on the 104th day of the year. All right, the 104. And Kobe Bryant retired on the 104th day of 2016. Revelation 10:4, knowing that 10 is the 4th triangular number with the 4 horsemen. And here we have some more 7s, with Villa's captain being number 7, which I should mention in the book. And when the 7 Thunders had uttered their voices, remember the Thunder just won the NBA Finals in Game 7. Can I get a woo? Which I coded. I was about to write, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, seal up those things which the 7 Thunders have uttered, and write them not. So God's voice is like thunder in the Bible. And the best team in the NBA is the Thunder. And again, read my code yesterday for the Thunder. I told you all it was going to go 1-1. That series would be 1-1, and Shea would go off. And it's exactly what happened. Unai Emery, right? I'm going to have to play around with this. Unai Emery was born on 11/3. So I'll just show you it. His birthday is November the 3rd, 1971. Kobe made his NBA debut November the 3rd, 1996. All right? And he came to Villa connected to Kobe. I've got a code somewhere about it. I'll have to find it. But he's born on 11/3. Now that number is just massive. 113. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. Yeah, I've coded the Mexican League a lot and nailed it. It's just I don't know if I have time today. My brother Javi wants it. This could be Javi, actually. So 113 is the 30th prime, right? And Villa, they just won 3-0. And they did that, didn't they? Villa's new heroes triumph to end 30-year wait. Can I get a woo? So there's the 30, there's the 30, and there's the 30. Now, when you go 30 in the Bible, get your Bibles, guys. All right, look, Jesus began his adult ministry age 30. Joseph was 30 when he was elevated from prison to become second in command over Egypt. David was also 30 when he was anointed and began his reign as king of Israel. Judas Iscariot betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Was it Josh Allen's 30th birthday? So I've got to add all of this stuff in my book. I might do it now. Today is Josh Allen's 30th birthday, yeah. The guy who's married to the girl from Sinners. Let me get these 30s in right now. So almost all my codes you'll see that they connect to the Bible. It's a really good way of learning about the scriptures is through my books. But you go, oh, okay, so the 30 does mean something. 30 does represent something in the Bible. Oh, the number 3 represents something. 7, what do these numbers mean? Everyone's like, what do these numbers mean? Go to the Bible, they pretty much will reveal them to you. So the 30 connects to Jesus, it connects to King David, it connects to Joseph. Just mental is what this is. A lot of people next year, if we even have a Premier League next season, think the Red Devils are going to win it. I haven't looked, so I can't tell you. I've seen the patterns, but I can't tell you who I think's winning it next year. I haven't looked. Problem. I've got to look at the World Cup now. So, Aston Villa won their first major trophy in 30 years after beating Freiburg 3-0, a span of 30 days after Queen Elizabeth's birthday. You call Fitzpatrick to score? Has he just scored? Now? Unai Emery advanced to 1,956 all-time points. Absolutely unbelievable that he came in with 1,953 because that's the year Elizabeth was coronated. Couldn't believe it. He came in with 1,953 points, 60-second triangular. The Queen became the Queen in 1953 on 6-2. See if I can find that. He came in with 1,953 points. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff for United. There is a guy called Diego who's been saying United will win the league for a long time and that they'll win it next year. Look, he's got 1,956 points. So he came in with 1,953. That is when Elizabeth was coronated. And isn't it interesting? I've just noticed this, that the last game was 4-2 for the Beast. Oh, that's the game, innit, when they scored after 42 minutes to open the scoring, and then they won 4-2, and number 4, Van Dijk, scored a brace. So Emery now has 1,956 all-time points. Keep smashing the like button. There's 33 watching, 26 likes. Just give it a little click. Help me out. Thank you very much. In 1956, a joint resolution by the US Congress authorized "In God We Trust" as the official national motto of the United States. The God they trust is Satan. I have a question, bro, on the World Cup. What country in Africa will win the competition? I don't think they'll ever win it. Not because they're not good enough. I don't think they'll ever win it. I think they have all the talent and ability to win it, but it's all coded. The best team right now is Morocco. If anyone has a chance in this World Cup, it's Morocco. There's no other nation that has a chance, I don't think, right now. But it's all rigged. Greece won the Euros, didn't they? How did Greece win the Euros? How did Leicester win the Premier League? So, honestly, any one of those teams going, there's 48 of them. It sounds outlandish, but let's just be real. Any of them can win it. Can I get a woo? You've got to see how corrupt it all is. We're honestly, if there was a storyline and a code for Cape Verde to go all the way, they could. And what are you going to say about it? Most people will celebrate it. That's incredible. That's the biggest achievement ever. They won't be like, well, it's clearly so rigged. They're still in love with it. That's the problem. All right, let's look at the Freiburg coach. So he got his ass handed to him. Julian. Oh my word, he's 41. 41's everywhere. So he was born on the anniversary of the Titanic sinking. And there he is. Stayed on 88 points. That's when Pope Francis died. And there's the confirmation of the 18th loss. But if you go to his all-time stats, he stayed on 149 points. I should mention this actually. Because remember, Villa, their crest is a lion. Pope Leo the 14th was born on 14-9. The lion. Leo. $149 is the 35th prime number. The game was exactly 35 days after Freiburg coach's birthday. Number 35 days is 5 weeks, 5 times 7. Satan equals 35, and so does Aston Villa. Switzerland. Again, you don't know. Norway could win it. You know, like Portugal. You just don't know. There's always one team that goes deep that you don't expect. There's always one. The last World Cup was Morocco, yeah? And they get to the semi-final. There's going to be one team that goes really deep that you don't expect. It's every tournament. Revelation 3:5. He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed. Oh my word, white. Villa played in white, didn't they? I'll probably type that. Aston Villa wore white jerseys in the final. White raiment. And I will not blot out his name out of the book of life. I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. That's what they do, guys. Jesus is going to confess our name before his Father and before the angels, that we're sealed. Villa won the Europa League in their 55th game in all competitions. Satan equals 55. Wait. Kobe and Gianna Bryant's memorial was on the 55th day of 2020. Aston Villa picked up their 32nd win in all competitions 32 days before Prince William's birthday. Can I get a woo? Yeah, Scotland are there. Like, I have a feeling Scotland will get killed. They always have those beast numbers. Revelation 3:2. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die, for I have not found thy works perfect before God. You don't want to hear that. Unai Emery won his 5th Europa League final and stayed on 1 loss. Revelation 5:1. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside sealed with 7 seals. Oh my word, it's the 7 again. Unai Emery has now won 5 Europa Leagues in 12 years. Revelation 5:12, saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing. Guys, can you give me a woo if this is giving you more faith in Jesus and the Bible? Just give me a woo. Is this making you go, whoa, everything's connected to the Bible? Whoa, it's all about the biblical final days. Everything. It's not just sports. Everything that I reveal to you. I'm going to mention here that Gianna Bryant was born on 5/1. We'll also throw in the Illuminati were founded on 5/1, and Freiburg, German, and checking this out here, the Illuminati were founded in Germany. Right, so the next bit I'll keep really short, and I'm still adding to this Villa code. There's a lot more, but I am not going to do it now. Oh wait, he stayed on 44 wins. Oh my word, let me go back here. Wait, he got his 30th loss. Sorry guys, we're up to the 30. What's his name? Julian Schuster. I think I just nailed that pronunciation. Where's my 30s? Okay. Freiburg's coach, Julian Schuster, got his 30th career loss. How many 30s, guys? And what was the other thing? 44. Where did I have 44? Oh, here. Freiburg's coach, Julian Schuster, stayed on 44 wins. I think it's all time. '91st match, 13th triangular number. Villa got their 13th win. Who else has he coached for? Anyone? Wait, so it's his first team. His first team, and he's took them to Europa League final. Oh my goodness, they won the last game 4-1. It's everywhere. Right, let's. Yeah, Flinny, I agree. More people are coming to the realization that this world is done, or this system, Babylon, absolutely. Julie, much love to you. Miss Jones, much love to you. Your memory is incredible, Adam. Thank you. Oh, we've got another 51. We've got another 51. Let me go back to the 51. Where are they? Okay. Aston Villa won the 25-26 Europa League. Okay, Al-Nassr. This is short and sweet and straight to the point, how most people like it. Closing all this, I think I've got enough for that code now. Alright, coded Al-Nassr to win. And they won 4-1. The coach is Jesus, by the way. This guy. Hulk Hogan died on his birthday. Now let me tell you something, brother. Okay, Jesus. Right, so Al-Nassr have just won the Saudi Pro League. First time in 7 years. And look at the record, right? 24-2-4. I was like, wow, this looks so simple. They were 0-0 after... When did they open the scoring? We won 33 minutes. Sadio Mane. Look how Kingsley Coman scored for your king. This guy loves to score in finals. He scored in that 2020 Champions League final on Kobe's 42nd birthday to win Bayern the Champions League against PSG. And your boy Cristiano had to get a brace. He had to be the hero, yeah? Is 88 connected to Villa? I just know Pope Francis died at age 88 on the Queen's 99th birthday. You know what? I'm going to put that. I'm going to put that. Freiburg stayed on 88 points in all competitions. Pope Francis died at age 88 on Queen Elizabeth II's 99th birthday. So, yeah, I don't know if 88 connects to Villa, but this final connected to the Popes. That's why I have Pope Leo in it, who replaced your boy Francis. So they won 4-1, and if you actually go on my Twitter, guys, I've told you with these people right now, guys, I don't believe Ronaldo's human. He's got a head inside his Adam's apple. I don't think they're human. I watched a great video last night, so I don't think I shared it on my website. I should. Now, like the modern day Nephilim are they're monsters. They look like us. And they're deceiving. And who's that on my door? Now watch this. Just look at this. Where is it? I posted it on here for you all. I said, let's see what happens, but it looks like Ronaldo's winning the league today in connection to Kobe Bryant and the Bible, right? Just look at the code. It's just so clean. If Ronaldo and Al-Nassr win, they win the league. I've connected Ronaldo to Kobe Bryant many times, who died at age 41, and 41-year-old Ronaldo's Al-Nassr can beat Damac to win the league and end the season with a 28-2-4 record in the league. Kobe's statue honouring his 666th game was unveiled on 2/8/24. Damac can stay on 11 draws and 6 wins. I need to change that. No, 11 wins, 6 draws. 11 hours, 6 minutes is 666 minutes. Damac end the season with 29 points. Revelation 29. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Guys, can you all see that Ronaldo's as camp as Christmas? Everyone give me a woo in the chat. You think this guy is genuinely in a happy marriage? All right. Remember, most of his kids are not even his, genetically. Probably all of them. But there's the confirmation of the 2824 when they unveiled this statue, which I've told you is honouring the Magician tarot card, 2824, and that's literally their record when they won the league. And they 2824. 2824. Right, it's unbelievable. It's just, it looks female. There's no doubt about it. It's very feminine. I did a video about Ronaldo. It got banned. I got banned on 2 weeks from YouTube. It don't matter if they're too tall, bro. You can't say it's too tall. So, okay, so all of these, Flinny, according to you, are all of these then women, or are they all men? Because they're all over 6 foot. So are these all men or the women? If it's about the height, are you telling me all of these in the NBA? They probably are dudes, or they're just not human. But these are all over 6 foot. They're all bigger than Ronaldo. Look at that. Ronaldo's got size 7 feet, by the way, as well. Guys, I told you, I don't think they're human. Do you know what we do? Can you all give me a woo? We all compare ourselves to these demons. That's what we do. That's our issue. These people are not normal. So you can't compare them to normal standards. You can't compare them to normal standards because they're not human, I don't think. They live amongst us. And then to top it off, they win 4-1. They won 4-1. Kobe Bryant, he died at 41. It was in Ronaldo right now, he's 41. 41 in the Bible is overcoming adversity. Look how he was born 2'5". Kobe averaged exactly 25 points in his career. Kobe went to 7 NBA finals. So all of this just lines up because I don't think they're human. Okay? It's just certain answers we'll never have. I don't think Messi's human. They tell you in the commentary. They tell you in the commentary. Pointing to his temple. But yeah, all the 4-1s, and he literally made it 4-1. He made the score 4-1. And I start off straight away with 41-41. And the 6-11 thing or the 11-6 is this. Where are they? So they had 11. They stayed on 11 draws, 6 wins. And I've just seen it was first against 16. The 1-1-6. I need to add that as well. $11 hours, guys, and 6 minutes is 666 minutes. It was first against 16th, and then they stayed on 11 draws and 6 wins. I have to reword it, which is annoying. I can't even edit. And then the 29 points is Mane number 10. I think he used to be. I don't know if he still is. 10. So, and he's born the 10th day of April. He's got Vincent Kompany's birthday. Look, they stayed on 29 points and number 10 made it 1-0. So yeah, what we're doing, we're comparing these, whatever they are, to us. And it's not going to make sense when you do that. If you start seeing the supernatural, can I get a woo? If you start understanding the supernatural, then you'll start being more open to how all of this works. If you're all just doing it logically and how you're being brought up, Saint Mirren, Helen Mirren played the role of Queen Elizabeth. The thistle is in the Bible. In the Bible, thistles are used symbolically to represent the consequences of sin, the futility of human pride, and God's judgment. Can I get a woo, Fair Spear? So, guys, I'm telling you, everything comes back to the Bible. Even the thistles comes back to the Garden of Eden. God tells Adam that the cursed ground will now produce thorns and thistles. It never did before. And when the ground has thorns and thistles, there's toil. Things don't grow the way they should. Right? Do people pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? So this game here, with Partick Thistle and Saint Mirren, which I've told you, Helen Mirren played the Queen. Dame Helen Mirren. Right. I'll call it a day. Firstly, I'm very grateful to you, mate, and all of you who support me on my site and in YouTube, just in general. It finished 1-1. Fair spear. Do you want me to show people your code and then leave? You okay with that? I'll show you what you get on my website. It's not just me. There's some unbelievable coders. Shall I show them? Look at this from Kaylin. I don't want to give your emails away. Give me a sec. I don't want everyone seeing your email address. Yeah, I showed this. Kobe Riddle, look, he made his NBA debut, 113. Highest scoring game, 122. Said the whole series is about him. Bayern finished the Bundesliga, 122 goals. Guys, Sirius is brilliant. So is ASOS. I appreciate them. So let's look at this. So this game ended a draw, right? Can we get a roof for Fairspire? This was a draw, 1-1. Remember the Queen's funeral was 11 days after she died at 11 a.m. This is the SPL relegation battle, all right? Who's watching this? It's not just the big games. Who is watching this? Unless you support one of these teams. Remember, I coded Celtic to win the league. They won it at the death. They beat Hearts and broke the Hearts at the death. Partick Thistle versus St Mirren, draw. Order of the Thistle is the highest royal order in Scotland. The British monarch personally appoints its members for service to Scotland. The Thistle is its symbol because it represents Scotland and strength. Today, the order is headed by Charles III. Christopher's amazing as well with the stuff that he shares about Scotland. From today till the next anniversary of the Order of the Thistle, on 5/29, is a span of 1 week, 1 day. Both teams sit on 11 all-time head-to-head wins each and can remain on this 1-1, 1-1. From King Charles' coronation on 5/6, just know 5 plus 6 is 11, 23, till today is exactly 1,111 days. 11/11 is the day World War I ended on the 11th hour of the day. Partick equals 111, King William Windsor equals 111, and Queen Elizabeth was born the 111th day of the year. This will be both teams' 31st all-time head-to-head. 31 is the 11th prime number. This will be St Mirren manager's first playoff game, and he can get 1 point. St Mirren 10th boss can go on to 11 points in all competitions. St Mirren finished 11th in the table to end up in this match. Both teams can go on to 9 all-time head-to-head draws each. Donald equals 119, the Jags 119, 11 times 9 is 99. William, Prince of Wales equals 99. Remember the Pope died on the Queen's 99th birthday. Partick Thistle boss was assistant manager 99 days before taking the manager's role. On Partick Thistle FC equals 99. Partick boss can remain on 27 wins, go on to 17 draws and remain on 7 losses in all comps this season. Order of the Thistle equals 207, Partick Thistle 207. 27 is the 17th composite, 17 is the 7th prime. This is St Mirren manager's 70th day in charge. Elizabeth reigned 70 years. 7 is the 7th pentagonal number, that is just 77, the age of Charles. Mirren's equals 77. This is Thistle manager's 51st game this season, all comps. You just saw my 51s with Villa. Oh my word, the 35th composite. I need to mention that. It will be his 3rd playoff game this season. He can go to 5 points in this season's playoffs. 51's the 35th composite. St Mirren's manager, his birthday is on 3/27. He can remain on 3 wins, go to 2 draws, remain on 7 losses. Wow. Both teams can go to 42 all-time points head-to-head. The Beast reigns 42 months. War equals 42. Thistle equals 42. This tells me that a team's going to win the next game and go to 45 and the other will stay on 42. I don't know who. War 42, World War 42, Thistle 42. From today till Partick Thistle manager's next birthday on 6/5/26 is a span of 15 days. Today is 5/21. 5 times 21 is 105. He can pick up 1 point tonight and go on to 5 points in the playoffs. It's also a span of 2 weeks, 1 day. He can go to 2 draws and remain on 1 win in the playoffs. King Charles is the 21st Prince of Wales. Today's the 21st of May. Also, Queen Elizabeth married Philip when she was 21. And today's date's 521, which is the 98th prime, and she died on 9/8, which is when King Charles became the king. Thistle manager's birthday date, 5/6. This is the 356th day in charge. King Charles III, his coronation was on 5/6. The Saints equals 56. And then look at Chris. I like Thistle to gain promotion against the Saints. Revelation 13:7, and it was also allowed to make war on the Saints and conquer them, and authority was given it over every tribe and people and language and nation. Daniel 7:25, look, bringing the Bible to it. He shall speak words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. That's why the Saints just missed the playoffs. Everyone should realize the point of only having 39 viewers is a disgrace. It's an absolute, and 30 likes. If you've not hit the like, it's outrageous for all the information I give you for free every day. I don't need YouTube. Yeah, so guys, you got to wake up. The work that I doing is genius level, right? And people on my site, it's genius level. It's unbelievable. We predict it before it happens every day, right? And I have 30 likes for this stream. I called this Villa future 10 months ago. 10 months ago. How many teams played in the Europa League this season? I called Villa. It perfectly plays out, and there's 31 likes. I have the patience of a saint to keep doing this. I don't know how many other content creators would. Honestly. But I care about the truth. Most YouTubers don't give a shit. They only care about views. They only care about monetization. They only care about getting famous. If I cared about all of them, I would have quit. Partick Thistle's nickname is the Jags. I feel like if they win promotion, that could signal the next pandemic. And then he's got all the pandemic numbers. And then I said that Trump was shot on 13/7. He's the beast. He's the beast. And in Revelation 13:7, he wages war on the saints. And that's what Trump's going to do. Alan's unbelievable. Look at this. Putting them in a dress. And if you can't see this as well, guys, and look at this. That Liverpool-Arsenal game ended 2-2. And now Arsenal win the league, take it from Liverpool, first time in 22 years. I'm going to leave it there. So we all learn from each other, and I'm very grateful to you all. I do care about what's important. Because like I said, if this was about views and likes and monetization, what am I going to do with no super chats here, 32 likes, and about 90 views? What do I do with that as an individual, me personally? Nothing. But one of you might have watched this today and gone, oh my word, I finally accept it. Maybe it's my brother who says what I do is all bollocks. Everything I do is bollocks, is what he says. That's his view, and he's allowed to have it. But maybe one day he watches a stream like this and goes, fair enough. Fair enough, now you've shown me this 6 years, Adam, and it does all seem to line up. Or maybe he'll just always think I'm talking bollocks. I don't know. I clearly am not. When you see what I show every day, not once a week, every day. And it's not just me now. I've basically coached people how to do this on my site. They've listened and then they're great at it now. Good for them, and I learn from them now, which is what you want. That's what you want when you're helping people. You eventually want them to become as good or better than you. That's what you want. As a coach or a teacher or whatever it may be, you want them to do well, don't you, and learn. Yeah. So fair spear. Yeah, we can't do anything without Jesus. We don't exist without him. Everything was created for him and by him. Yeah, we can't do anything without Jesus. He gave us a brain to process information. Vegas Golden Knights' first win of playoffs was 4-2. They won 2 rounds 4-2 and won game 1 of round 3 4-2. It's for the beast. The golden age. The beast is going to bring about this golden age, which is all going to be AI and digital and just destroy mankind ultimately. So yeah, I'll just keep pushing. I'm going to go rest now before I coach. Thank you to the people who watched. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I was going to take a day off from streaming today. I think I'll do that tomorrow. Much love. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you all.